If there's one thing I never hope I see again, it's a football performance like that. Welcome in, Falcons fans, to Falcons Today by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. Where do I begin? Let's start, of course, with the overall takeaway. One of the worst performances I've ever seen from this Falcons team, easily within the last 5 years, and maybe even beyond that. I don't know one area of football today where the Falcons did anything okay. Not special teams, multiple slip-ups in the end zone, tons of muffed returns, can't get the ball out of the end zone, taking it out to the 5, couldn't do anything. Defensively, couldn't stop the run to save your life. And we'll save our thoughts on the offense. Let's just take a look at the overall score. How do you get beat? Not just beat, blown out by one of the worst teams in football? It's beyond me. It is absolutely beyond me. I have no words to what I just witnessed other than shame on Raheem Morris, shame on Zach Robinson, shame on Michael Penix Jr., and shame on the rest of this Falcons team. It wasn't even competitive. It wasn't. And the Panthers didn't even play well. They didn't. They just didn't make the stupid, boneheaded mistakes the Falcons made. The turnovers. The slipping in the end zone. The bad play calling. Name your poison. Pick one. I don't care which one you pick. Everything sucked. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to break this down. We're going to start with the kicker. We're going to go to the defense, and then we're going to save our big thoughts for the offense. So do me a favor and stick around for the remainder of this video. But let me ask you this question first. Who do you blame most? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to save my thoughts for who I blame most for the ends of today's video. Because he needs to get going. Like, bye-bye. Let's start with Parker Romo. Came back down to earth, that's for sure, after a 5-for-5 performance. 0 for 2, and there's why he got released by the Patriots on their 90-man roster. First kick, wide right. Didn't even come close. Second kick, closer, but still missed. You want to be the kicker? You deserve to be the kicker. Show us why. Show us why we released Younghoe Koo. Because right now, I'm sure he's laughing at you. From his couch, from a bar, doesn't matter where he's watching that Falcons game. He is laughing at this Falcons team. Let's move on to the defense. I can't say that it was good. I can't say that it was awful. Because when your team puts up no points, it's really, really hard to say that, you could have prevented something from happening. You could have prevented Bryce Young. I think it's interesting, though, that they had only, 224 total yards? Bryce Young wasn't good. Rushing attack was kind of good. I mean, what else is there to say? That defense looked flat because the offense couldn't do anything. If there's one area that they need to improve upon, first of all, you got to get more pressure on the quarterback. Where was that 6-sack performance that you saw against the Minnesota Vikings? Not today, but you couldn't stop the run. One of my keys to victory for the Dirty Birds, don't let Chuba Hubbard cook. And what did you let him do? You let him cook. It was just awful. Awful. I have so many things that I want to say, and the defense is the least of my concerns at this point. It really is. They weren't good, but they deserve a slap on the wrist compared to what the offense didn't do today. Mainly two people. We'll talk about them here in just a second. But before we do that, let's get into our friends from Prize Picks. They are the sponsor of today's video. You and I make decisions every single day, unlike Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris, who failed to make any good decisions whatsoever. But on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. It's very simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. It is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Join millions of users and sign up today. The best way to do it is go to your app store, click the download button, and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right. Let's talk offense, shall we? Let's start with the quarterback. One of the worst performances I've ever seen him play. First of all, Michael Penix Jr. If you're going to play the quarterback position, you got to have conviction to play the quarterback position. You've got to have balls to play the position. Throw the football, even if it's in tight windows. Stop with the double clutching. Stop the double pump. You did it on 8, 9, 10 throws today. You looked scared in the pocket. Your feet were never set. Your eyes darting all over the place. You looked like a freshman playing college football for the very first time, and you are better than that. Where is the quarterback that we saw week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drive down the field, put his team in a position to win? He wasn't there today. A pick 6 and a second pick that looked just as bad. It was awful. You had Falcons fans clamoring to put Kirk Cousins in at halftime. I mean, dude, play the game with conviction or don't play it. The double pumps, the climbing up the pocket when you don't need to, eyes darting everywhere. Your feet never got set. You couldn't make a read to save your life. And the throws that were open, you're making overthrows all the time. You looked nervous. You look nervous to throw the football. You look nervous in the pocket. You look like you're afraid to get hit. You look like you're afraid to make a mistake. And if you play scared, you will play poorly. Every time. Every time. There was one lone bright spot for the Falcons offense today. His name is Bijan, but this is like a candle in a cavern. I mean, that's literally about it. It just wasn't good. Bijan Robinson is the lone bright spot. He did an amazing job on the ground. He did a great job in the receiving game. But if one player is your offensive identity, you got a problem. Darnell Mooney sucked. I know he had 4 receptions for 44 yards. He dropped 2 balls. Granted, they won't go down as drops because they were technically a little out of reach, but you're a professional wide receiver. You're an NFL wide receiver. Catch the ball. I understand you've been hurt. I understand it takes a minute to get back into the groove of things. Catch the ball. Catch the football. For the love of Christ, catch the football. But it's not like it was all on him because Penix couldn't throw an accurate pass to save his life. Kyle Pitts floated in and out of the game again. I mean, he just exists now on this football team. Doesn't really have a role. Just kind of is there, you know. Player that plays in the flat. Stick route. Can't really stretch the field. Doesn't do a lot over the middle of the field. But then again, we don't throw the ball over the middle of the field. So why does that matter? Who cares? Because we live at the line of scrimmage. If I see another pass behind the line of scrimmage, if I see another swing pass or another screen called, I might tear my hair out. Which is why I give the Atlanta Falcons an F+. But not F+ because it's good. It's not a positive plus. That is F premium, baby. You got to pay extra for that kind of suck. So grade the Falcons today. F. Let me finish out my thoughts on today's video by talking a little bit about Raheem Morris. I don't know where your head was at today. Not even a little bit. But I'll conclude my final thoughts for Zach Robinson. Text, bring me full screen. It's time to go. Name another offense in the NFL that runs this gimmicky, high school, pistol-level offense. You can't, because no one else does. Zach Robinson does. And he runs it over and over and over again. It's predictable. It's piss poor. There's no stretching the ball down the field. It's very defendable because all you got to do is play man coverage, press the receivers off the line, and shut them down because Michael Penix Jr. will not throw the ball more than 10 yards downfield. He won't. And you're not scheming it. You were awful against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You were average against the Minnesota Vikings. And you were fucking terrible today against the Carolina Panthers. So you got awful, average, and terrible. Time's ticking. Time's ticking. And for all of the great words that we talked about this team, well, for all of the great praises that we heaped on Raheem Morris going into Minnesota on Sunday Night Football and taking care of business, that was an embarrassing display of football. Embarrassing display. It's time to fire Zach Robinson. He's awful. He's got to go. And Raheem Morris, if you're not careful, my friend, you will be quickly out the door as well. Because it's clear to me that you can't get the job done against the teams you need to get the job done against. And that's why my confidence level in him right now is a 3.5, 4 maybe. If this game, if you lost this game 26-23, I'd be okay. Because I'd say, you know what? Divisional game. They came out at home field advantage. Tough road game, week 3. Big win, big moment. Couldn't get the job done. Fine. But this is the tale of 2 games. Dominant win and the worst loss of probably Raheem Morris's tenure. It's not good. I'll have more of a breakdown for you tomorrow on the show. I got to go home and take a shower, maybe 3, because I got to wash the suck off of what my eyeballs witnessed. Maybe I'll gouge them out with soap. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Falcons fans, subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you haven't already. And as always, rise up. Be cool.